Hey YouTube, Renee here again. Smoking Robert McConnell Scottish cake. This is basically the same thing as Scottish flake. It does not have a topping, and it's just a broken flake more than anything. But basically, it's the same. It has the same components in the mixture. But it being Robert McConnell, of course, I myself, from my own personal experience, I never know what to expect. So I was really looking forward to this, even though I knew that it was going to be basically the same as Scottish flake. And another thing is this blend has great reviews. Everybody seems to like it, so I figured, why not? Okay, I'll pick up some of this. It sells out just like the flake does, so All right, let's get into it. What am I tasting? Well, the for those of you who don't know, the components are dark Virginia, Kentucky, and a little Perique. Again, this tobacco is one of those that I can taste all three separately. It's not like I'm getting one blend, one flavor. No, I'm getting three different flavors throughout the smoke, which makes it very nice. I like that. I'm finding that I'm really liking the combination, you know the Kentucky, the strong Kentucky with the Virginia. It mellows it out very nicely, but it doesn't take away the strength, which I'm really liking. But it has to be good Virginia. That's definite. It has to be very sweet Virginia in order for this to work. And in Robert McConnell's in this line of of Robert McConnell, especially this Scottish cake, it really does work because the Virginias used here are very good. So again, I'm tasting the Virginia. It's coming in very sweet, not very hay-like, not very grassy. You get a little bit of it, but not really, because of course then the Kentucky comes in, and it's sort of like it takes over, but without being harsh. The Virginias are mellowing out very sweetly, ever so sweetly, and it keeps the strength. It's a nice hearty smoke, but it's very smooth, very nice. And then you get that hint of Perique. Sometimes you don't even get that hint of Perique, but if it can get lost in the with the Kentucky, but at the very end you get that nice Perique kiss, goodbye kiss at the very end. I like it. I'll tell you one thing though, why it loses points for me, and why this unlike the flake doesn't get a wow factor from me, is unfortunately it behaves a little bit more like a Virginia than the flake did. It get temperamental. The Scottish flake, you can draw on it as much as you want, and the flavor would just keep coming through. This one, not so much. This one, you get overzealous and you start drawing on it a little bit too much because you like the flavor. Next thing you know, the flavor changes. All of a sudden, you start getting that burnt out taste. Not so much that it's just a bad taste, but the flavor does change for in a bad way. And so you realize, oh, I gotta take my time with this. This burns very slowly, so you gotta take your time with it. It loses points for that because, I mean, come on, this is good. I want to smoke it. I want to enjoy my smoke. But yeah, it just other than that, I mean, I really don't see that much of a difference. The top note, that rum note that the flake had, Jackson. Not that I could taste it in the flake, but this one doesn't have it, so as far as I know, it doesn't have any kind of topping or casing or anything like that. but that sweetness, that natural Virginia sweetness keeps coming through and through. And as long as you don't draw on it too much, you won't lose it. And, you know, it's still a very enjoyable blend, you know, much like the flake is. So, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have much to say. You know, it's Scottish cake, just like flake. It tastes very similar, definitely. I wouldn't say that there's a huge difference between either one. Yeah, see, right there, the last puff. Oh, the actual flavor was already leaving, and I was starting to get that burned out taste, that ugly burned out taste. I was already starting to feel it or taste it in my mouth. But before that, it was just, you know, beautiful, sweet Virginia with that Kentucky, with that sort of nutty, you know, still, you know, strength that you get from the Kentucky. Just beautiful, beautiful. All right, compadres, comadres. Thank you for watching. If you still are, as always, vayan con Dios.